This woman, Natalie Palamides, who I think has some history with the Jackass movie. I don't know if you're familiar with little... You know who I'm talking about?
I'm
okay. You guys, I think it might have been the last movie, and this might be controversial. I'm going to warn you. This might be controversial. It involves Weeman.
Okay.
So you guys decided, I think, in this last thing, like, we can't just have a bunch of swinging dicks. We have to add some women to the thing. We have to have some female performers, or else what are we doing? Like, it's just getting chauvinist or something.
Right.
So you asked these certain people who you thought were punk rock girls to come and, fuck with the show and be part of the show. And Natalie was asked to do it. Or not the show, the movie.
Yeah.
So Natalie came in, and she's a really good friend of mine. She's a brilliant clown. Like, one of the bravest people I've ever seen on stage, ever. She does a show called Nate, a one-man show that's on Netflix, and she has a new show coming out called Weir, W-E-E-R. Her and I do a lot of stuff at the Elysian Theater in L.A. Anyway, so she gets a skate. She's so excited. She loves Jackass as much as I do. She's just, I can't believe I'm here. And so there, I don't know even how you guys actually work it. I've never been to the set for your movies, but she's like, we're sitting around a lot, kind of eating, and Weeman seemed to have like an issue that these chicks were just sitting around. But the first thing they were doing was like getting kicked in the nuts gag. And we're like, well, that's not, we all agreed, like, that's not going to be funny if the girls do it. You can't like kick a girl in the crotch, and it's just not as funny as kicking a guy in the balls.
Right.
And so they were kind of hanging back, and Weeman was making these comments like, oh, you guys are just going to sit around, like, whatever, like, eat craft service, blah, blah, blah. And Natalie was like, okay, all right, whatever. Like, don't be so aggro, dude. And she's like, and she was told, don't take shit from anybody. If someone's like, wants to prank you, prank them fucking back. Like, that's your job. Like, don't be afraid. Like, no holds barred, right? And so Weeman said a few more things to Natalie, and Natalie's no pushover, right? And she's like, you want to go? You want to go? And she just starts like fucking with him, thinking she's playing around or whatever. So she just goes at him, and they start wrestling.
Wow.
They start full on wrestling, and Natalie's strong, And she grabs him, and she starts to like choke him out, right? She has her arm around his neck. She starts choking him out, but his arms were small, and he's trying to tap her, like to say, like, you gotta let go of the chokehold, But she didn't feel it. She didn't understand what was going on, right?
Yeah.
And he almost like literally was choked out by her. And I also think after all his shit talking about girls earlier in the day, he was really emasculated and fucked up in the head by like getting taken out by this girl. And she was like, and then Johnny's like, yeah, fucking, he's like laughing while they're doing it. And she's like, just thinks like, I'm doing good. Johnny's laughing. It's all good. Meanwhile, Weeman's about to pass out. Yeah. He's trying to tap out, but she wasn't getting the signal. And finally, someone saw and figured out. And she pulled him off or whatever.
They pulled her off of him.
She was fired. Like by the next day, they were like, okay, you got to go. Because, he was so like embarrassed by it. Like we're just trying to find a way for Weeman to recover from this. And we can't really see a way. And I know we told you to do whatever, but... But maybe that went too far. Like, I don't know. But anyway, isn't that interesting?
I'm not sure that story is entirely accurate, but man, did I enjoy it.
What do you mean?
Were
you there?
I was not there.
Why wouldn't you say it was accurate? You calling me a liar?
I'm not calling you a liar.
Natalie told me this shit one-on-one, dude.
Would this
and
have
Natalie's
been
a good friend of mine. There's no reason she would lie to me about it. You better have her on this show. She'll bring the heat. Have her and Weeman.
I think I might be blushing.
You are. Well, maybe was this at the test shoot? Maybe
I think it was at the test shoot because I've heard something close to that before.
Okay, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Have her and Weeman on.
All right.
Because this would be like a real Geneva Peace Conference kind of thing, like to work this out, this beef.
Good.
A little diplomacy.
Candidly, I was just trying to
give him the room in case he's like, fuck that! That bitch was saying shit to me, not the other way. Like, okay, whatever.
I was just trying to create some plausible deniability so I could have my buddies back.
Good. Well, I've got Natalie's back, so fuck you, Weeman. You got my friend fired, you little bitch.
because I wonder, like those test shoots, they brought in a lot of people to try and figure out like new cast members,
Right.
like who was gonna gel.
Right.
And it sounded like, they felt like that wasn't a gel.
You should go see her perform though, man. She'll blow
man.
your mind.
I
She's
bet.
so good.